Hello and welcome everybody. Today we're here playing a game called Stranded, and well, I've tried to record this video 3 times, this is the 3rd time, because the first time I played it I was like, this is kind of cool, and then the game crashed and it ruined all my footage and I was feeling a bit grumpy, and the second time I played it I was like, my god, this is just complete shit, and a lot of that was because I was grumpy, but then also there is an element of truth to that as well. But then I went to the game creator's website and I found out that the game creator is 15 years old, and I was like, oh well, good on you for really giving it a go and actually producing something that is of the quality enough to make it to the top of GameJolt's listings today, which is, you know, definitely no small feat. I've got a few things that I want to point out first though. One major thing that really annoys me is you cannot access the options menu from this title page. You can only do it in-game, but once you're in-game, you can't pause the game. Even if you open the pause menu, the game does not pause. So that's really annoying. Anyway, let's get in, do some of the gameplay. So I'll show you the Stranded on Earth, because I think the graphics are the nicest. Although the game doesn't really load stuff at a distance. You can see everything loads in every time I turn around. So that's kind of awful. And it doesn't actually start loading until you move towards it. Like you can see,
4,
it's kind of shocking, really.
1,
it does have some really cool features though, like bullet time, bam, which I love. I think this is really cool. I also like that you can hear the shells from the gun hitting the ground after you fire. I think the reloading animations aren't phenomenal. And I also think it's kind of cheap that every single thing, sorry, excuse me, I just got to turn the volume down a bit. Every single asset, I think, has come from the Unity asset store, which is probably fair enough, given that this is a project by a 15-year-old without the resources to create all the assets. And to me, it just seems like they've tried to recreate Nazi zombies with bullet time and all the guns that they'd want to use, you know, from the various Call of Duties. So there's a lot of Call of Duty 4 guns, Call of Duty, the original Black Ops, there's some featured weapons, this Beretta thing, which I personally think sucks. Mostly because of how long it takes to reload. Also, there's only one enemy. Like, these alien spider things are the only enemy in the game. So that's kind of... it's alright, I guess. It's just a little less exciting than it could be. You do get some good weapons. We'll have a check out of this, the whatchamacallits. We'll have a little pop so you can go prone. Oh, and I should show, while we're here, if we press G, we drop us off a claymore mine there, which is kind of cool. There's sprinting.
Go.
So we'll just use this. Bam! It's quite satisfying shooting all the enemies. Oh yeah. So yeah, we're just sniping them. And you get a lot of points for the sniping. And there's quite a few different types of gun. So we'll have a squiz. It's difficult to go down this side of the map and get back in time. I kind of want the crossbows. I haven't used that yet. I used this as the shotgun last time. Turns out the shotgun's terrible.
5.
Uh-oh.
4.
We better get back.
2.
You can't get the cool Halo gun in this level, and it's a shame because this level's much easier than the spaceship level, which I'll show off next. But on the spaceship, you can get the Halo gun, which is kind of fitting. You're in space. That's the Halo assault rifle. reloading's definitely the worst part of the game. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we're gonna have enough ammo. Yes, that's what I like to see, the explosions of my enemies. Okay, we are going to need to sort out the ammo situation. Now, one problem I do have with the game is I don't know how to use the sentry turrets. So, I just can't. You also can't buy ammo. Oh, see, you can't buy more ammo. It just says that you can, but you actually can't. So that's kind of a shame.
3, 2, 1, go.
We should probably do something about our impending alien doom. Especially since I haven't actually sorted out the ammo situation. I needed to get this gun. Alright, need to run now. Oh dear. Oh. I got murdered. I've never made it past round 5, I don't think, because that's about the point where none of the guns, at least in my opinion, maybe I'm just crap, but none of the guns are really good enough to make up for how difficult the enemies have become. There's a few other things that kind of annoy me. There's the skill points thing, but you never get any skill points. I've never managed to get any skill points,
5,
so
4,
you can't spend your skill points. There's this options menu, but you can't set any of the options because there's no save button on the options menu, and as I pointed out before, this options menu is only available here. There's a console, but there's no explanation of how the console works. So we'll go back to the main menu, and I'll quickly show off the Stranded in Space, just so you can get a full overview of everything this game has to offer. And it does have quite a bit to offer. The enemies have AI, it's terrible, but they have AI. The enemies exist. There's only one type and they're just reskins, but they exist. There's a countdown, there's a few different types of weapons. It's definitely, I don't know how it justifies its $2.70 price tag or whatever it was. But I paid for it, and clearly other people have paid for it as well. If I had a suggestion, it would be don't pay for this. But then again, the creator has probably worked quite hard on it. But I don't think that really they should be asking for money for something of this. I mean, the minimap kind of suggests that there's quite a distance between me and the enemy. The minimap also doesn't have any... Oh, this was the thing that really got me about this level. The enemies can jump through that wall, but you can't shoot them. So, you can see my bullets are there, and I actually struggle frequently to get through this doorway because it hasn't quite been lined up properly. So, when you're walking at it, see how I get stuck? That's really annoying. What else really annoys me? So there's this Halo gun, but the assets have just been nicked, essentially. I do like that you can see your legs, but everything that I think of, well, what comes most immediately to mind when I'm playing this game, and again, it needs to be noted, the creator is 15, good on them for giving it a go. They've made a few games, good on them. But, there's a big but, I do get, I don't know if you know, the Slaughtering Grounds is what comes to my mind. That game that Jim Sterling totally shredded, and then the creators sued him. Or some crap. They were really nasty to him, and it was bad. And that's what comes to my mind when I play this. It's just not extraordinary quality. And the claymores suck. Anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. really. That's about all the game has to offer. We've seen all the levels. So what's my final thoughts, feelings? I'll show off another gun, the Scar. Classic from Call of Duty, very popular. Well, my thoughts and feelings are, as I've said, you know, really good on you for making a game. Creator of this game.
Go.
It's not an easy thing to do to make a game. Unity, although... Whoa, that guy's flying. Although the easiest of the game engines in terms of for entry, it's still very much a challenge to make a game, even in Unity. There's a wide range of skills that you need, and to do it by yourself is very impressive. However, to ask people to pay for your game when the collision detection really basically doesn't allow you to play it, I think is a little bit crap. Because as soon as you're asking people to pay for something, there's an expectation of quality, and I don't think this delivers. Sorry. Otherwise, awesome. Basically, I mean, it looks cool. If the graphics worked better, if it wasn't like, well, you can see stuff's like loading in black boxes and stuff. It kind of looks like the lights are turning on and off, but then when you look closer, you realize that it's actually the walls and the roof disappearing, which is yeah.
Go.
The claymores could be better. I wish it didn't kill me. I wish I didn't die. I wish I knew what the console commands were so I could try out the Halo gun without having to get really good at the game or something. So yeah, thank you for making a game. It's cool. Thank you for watching. If you've liked this video, please give it a like. If you like me, please give it a subscribe. See you next time. Bye!